morning, Roger.
Good morning, Patrick. How are you
Oh,
today?
I'm wonderful. Good to see you again after a nice week. And welcome to anybody and everybody. I'm going to go really optimistic. Everybody that's out there watching, based on the numbers we saw on our first foray out of the gate for Stonewall's last battle, this is proving quite popular. So if we've got peepers out there that are watching this, thanks for coming back. This is the scenario number 2 called the Great Flank March. This represents the historic. Now, this begs the question. I've always wondered this: the Great Flank March from the perspective of the Union trying to get around the Confederate left, or is this the Great Flank March by Stonewall Jackson trying to get around the Union right? I don't know. Maybe Roger will be able to clear us up for us. But I'm going to. What are we going to do first? We're going to talk about the scenario a little bit. And I'm going to bring up the scenario information. I'll read to you the historical perspective, and then we will talk about the individual rules for it. This scenario recreates the defining moment of the Chancellorsville campaign, Jackson's surprise attack on the Union 11th Corps at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on May the 2nd. Despite Jackson's tragic wounding on the night of the 2nd, Lee and Stuart were able to capitalize on Jackson's success and triumphantly capture Chancellorsville on the 3rd. That is very unsportsmanlike to interrupt the Union camps while they're cooking dinner. I mean, come on. This is a two-turn scenario representing those 2 days of May 2nd, May 3rd, 1863, and there are a few special rules, so we'll talk about those. But Roger, I'll let you comment on this before I go into the special rules, and then we'll circle back and talk about the victory conditions. But historically, what do you make of this scenario, sir?
I think in terms of which flank march, they're clearly talking about the flank march by Stonewall Jackson to counter the flank march that Hooker did. Basically, we're at the position where Joe Hooker makes his great decision to stop in the wilderness, and this is where he's believing that Lee will flee because he's been outflanked, and of course Lee doesn't flee. Strips the Fredericksburg line, which in this case we're ignoring everything that's happening to the east. We're strictly focusing on what's happening to the west. And they've got this set up. First 3 turns are scripted, and it's interesting. Well, we'll talk about the VP conditions, but that's the historical setup. We're at 5 o'clock on the May the 2nd, and Jackson is about to march. And everything now will be, as Joe Balakowski likes to say, in the hands of the friction of war via the dice. Will he pull it off?
We will talk about that a little bit later, but that is the one aspect of this that I will constantly reinforce Joe on. That is the reason we have the dice on the initiative, and that's the reason we have the dice for the movement. It's so that we are not omnipotent beings just sending Jackson through the optimal routes along this road network in the wilderness. We got to have some friction, and of course that's the bedeviler that is the Vassal die roller in our situation. But let's talk about the special rules. First and foremost, as Roger said, the first 3, there is no leader transfer in this. So everyone is set historically where they were. So we will not have a chance to move them around. Next, the first 3 initiatives of the action cycle are prescribed. I will be playing the Union today, and as the first one, I have the option to either move 1 unit from the 3rd Corps under Sickles or the 12th Corps under Slocum. I can activate just 1 single unit, and I can move an attack if I wish, but that's all I can do, just 1 unit from either of those. So this is the puzzle aspect of it, is how do you reconcile knowing what you know about what's coming? What do you do with that? The second prescribed one is that Roger, as the Confederates, must move F. Lee, who is under Stuart here. He must move that cavalry in the second activation. He could do whatever he likes with that. I will note that off to the west here, there are 3 Union cavalry, the ones that we saw last week, McIntosh, Sargent, and Davis. They're over there, but they're exhausted. And then on the 3rd prescribed, this is the ultimate kickoff of the Great Flank March. Roger will then have to spend the 3rd activation activating any number of Jackson's corps here, and he could do whatever he likes, and he can attack if he wishes, and if he does attack, he gets a +1 bonus during combat for surprise, because that is simulating the great surprise as they invade the camps at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Beyond that, we will then roll, and we will have a certain number of, as the initiatives go on, we will do the normal initiative process, 4 through 6, and we'll count them out here. So 4, 5, and 6 will roll normally. However, the Confederate will get a +1 on the initiative die roll. And then 7 and beyond are normal. However, as soon as we get a tie die roll, the knight has fallen. And then all attacks after that point will get a -1 penalty to the attacker's combat roll for the attack. And that applies to both sides. So if, after dark, all sides are at a deficit for their attack combat. Movement restriction. We've got that set up here by Alberto. Thank you very much. That no unit can cross the Rappahannock east of Scott's Dam Ford right here. So he's got these two blackout ones, and of course the Chatham Bridge is already destroyed, and then there's nothing but landings farther downstream. So really, it's just to prevent Reynolds and the First Corps from crossing over or having the Confederates go north across the Rappahannock up there. Substitute units, just like last time, we can drop off subs, and we will have an attachment phase at the top of the second turn, so anything we drop off, we can pick up during turn 2. And, because this is Stonewall's last battle, in name and in practice, we have the death of the Confederate leaders. This is usually reserved for the advanced campaign game, but if Roger and I roll Snake Eyes during combat, before we take into account all the other modifiers, so if we roll Snake Eyes in combat, then we will roll another die, and on even, a Confederate leader that is involved in the combat will die. If it's Jackson automatically. He must die. So if not, it will be one of the other ones, and then you will flip that leader over to the substitute, and there could be multiple possibilities there, but we will deal with that if it should come up. And then I will turn it now back over to Roger to talk about the victory conditions for this one. It's pretty straightforward.
Yes. If the Union, at the end of the game, if a Union infantry division occupies Chancellorsville, which is underneath this big stack, the Union gets 8 points. And with no Confederate infantry adjacent. +5 if you occupy it and there's an infantry unit adjacent. +6 if you can trace a path of road pike hexes from the U.S. Ford right there, Salem Church. And there's a clarification that this has to be south of the Rappahannock River. You can't trace it north. You get a +2 for each Union infantry corps up to 6 entirely south of the Rappahannock River. And you don't get any point if the given corps is even one unit of the corps north of either the Rappahannock or the Rappahannock River. And then we have the +1, -1 for manpower loss, and a -6 if a Confederate infantry unit with fatigue level of 3 or less and a combined defense value of 12 or more occupies Salem Church at the end of the game. You correctly pointed out it's not Scott's Ford, it's Scott's Dam Ford. That was a clarification in the rules. And then there's another. We have attachments, and a clarification is units that begin the game on the map, such as the 23rd Georgia, can be attached, but they have to attach to their same organization. So if I choose to attach 23rd Georgia, it has to go to one of Jackson's. I can't attach it to anybody from Longstreet's Corps, though Longstreet's not present. And we also had the death of Jackson. Jackson's going to die automatically at the end of turn 1, which I didn't like when you said that. And what's the condition under which he dies during the game? Did you
I did cover that. Yeah, Snake Eyes.
Okay.
Right now, the Union has 5 victory points just by having Chancellorsville, and there are units from the Confederacy on adjacent to it.
Yes. Yeah, if we were to just pass, if the game ended right now, you would have, by my count, 15 points, which is enough. And the victory conditions are, if you have 8 is a marginal victory for you. So you already have achieved a marginal win with nothing else happening. So eight is your magic number for getting a victory. So I have to get you to lose some points here.
Right. Yeah, because
That's the key thing.
I'm not suffering the -6 because you're not in
Yep.
Salem Church, and
Yep. I'm not in
and I've
Salem
got a
Church.
bunch of them. I have at least 5 or 6 core.
You have five. You have five core
Right.
across the river. Only Reynolds is
Right.
not.
So I've got 10 points for that and 5 points. So yeah, you're right. I'm at 15 points. Pass. No.
and and what they've scripted is interesting. Is the one division of that advances is that Sickles sees Jackson's marching away and he interprets it and tells Hooker, "Well, here you go, sir. You've got him on the run." And this is where Hooker, if he'd advanced with his whole army, if he actually would have believed that, he only allows Sickles to send one division. Probably this whole, there isn't a great flank march. I mean, he's gonna hit Jackson in the rear of his army while his corps is moving, but that doesn't happen. He only sends one division, which gets delayed
Right.
and is held back. So it's the Hooker loses confidence rule, which we'll have in the advanced game. He's already lost confidence, I think, at this stage of the campaign. Now, a lot of historians like to point out it's the cannonball that hits the pillar at the Chancellorsville House the second day of the battle that really causes the problem. But I think he's already folded.
He hookered himself. That's right.
He did.
Yep.
Okay, I'm ready to go if you're ready to go.
All right. I will wish you the best of luck, sir, as we do.
Best of luck to you
And
as
we
well.
will go through the prescribed settings here. So, no leader transfers. I must move someone. So, I have decided I am going to activate Williams under Slocum. So, we will give Williams a fatigue. And so much, as always, will depend on this. So, he's going to march. Here is his movement +1, 4. It's kind of what I figured, but here we go. Let's see what we can make of this. So he's going to go. I think I'm going to move him down just to try to secure Hazel Grove there. And that is mine. So now you must activate F. Lee.
With this initiative, okay. So I guess I'll activate him with Stewart. So he's going to get 2 dice +2. So that's 9 movement points with them. So let's see. Oh yeah, he's going to go 1, 2, 3. Now that's a restricted Zoc, so he can continue. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to there. I was going to roll for initiative, but I don't have to because I get the next initiative. Jackson must activate his corps with this initiative. All combat die rolls made for Jackson's troops receive an additional +1 modifier. Oh, so this is my one shot at a +1. So yes, I'm going to activate everybody in his corps. Here's his movement +2. Oh, I got
Boo!
the movement I needed. So I
How dare you recreate history? Stop! Devins was like, was that a tavern back there?
Well, we'll start with the 23rd Georgia. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7, and 8 to there. Jackson's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's going to go 5 to there.
Mm-hmm.
So he has 3 remaining, which is enough to make a normal attack on Devons, which he will do. So he has a tactical of +2. The ratio is +1. I have 5 guns of artillery to your 2, so that's a +3, so artillery has no effect. I get the special attack bonus for this turn. A plus, what is it called? Surprise. And I moved 23rd Georgia there so I could get an extra flank bonus. I think I've done this correctly.
He is not 25% of
Oh, he's not big enough, is he? He's not big enough. That was my mistake on that. So I made that error. So I don't get the flank. I can't do math. It's too early in the day. That's all right. So there's no minuses. So I see the final attack being a +4.
I see +4.
I should have had a +6 if I had moved a bigger unit in there, which is what I should have done. But I'll take a +4 attack. So here's my attack roll. Is an 8.
And here's my defense roll. Hey, all right. Ooh. +3.
+3. So I'm going to lose some manpower here. +3 on 18 is a 1 FA
so
for me.
1 and 1. Okay, I'm D, but a little R. And so we each take 1 loss. Boom. And
if I'd have been smart, another +2, set +6. So that would have been a +5 result. Would have been more manpower losses on you and nothing on me. So that cost me a point.
Okay.
A couple points.
And you took a big FA? Is that right?
Yeah. Okay. Yep, they're done.
All right. So Devon's must go farther away without a road. And he has a free one that he can go as long as it doesn't go into your Zoc anywhere. Put him safely under sickles there. And you may continue on.
So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 to there.
Yep.
And 8 to there. Yep. Okay, and he'll stop there. He'll go 1, 2, 3. I guess we'll take advantage of this action to make a prepared attack on Howard with Hill. So I see the type is +1. Surprise is +1. Rough terrain, equal artillery. Actually, let me do the flank. I have a +1 flank. I have all, because of the special, I have that covered, plus the 2, but that guy's going to, Slocum's going to come off, so the flank's a +1.
And you got a +1 tactical.
And a +1 tactical. I have a -1 ratio. And you have a die roll for artillery, I believe.
I do. 4 to 4. So on even it will be used. It is not used. Boo. So
1, 2, 3, 4 up and 1 down for a final of a +3.
+3.
Okay, here we go. 1 die, +3 is a 9.
All right. Here's defense. All right, well, it's +6. So poor Howard. So +6 on 17 is 3 DR, and they are routed away. And you had 18, so nothing for you. So they will both get 1, 2, 3 route, and I will take, let's see, I'll take 2 off of shirts, 1, 2, and 1 off of Steinwehr. And I will give you 3 losses. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so they must route away. This is easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he could stop there. So yeah, I will stop there then.
Bring Thomas to there. So he's going to stop there. So this is rolling regular initiatives,
yeah,
correct?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mark up here so we have a running tally. So this is action number 4. So Roger gets the +1 continuing. So go ahead. And it's mine.
Yours.
Okay. Let's see if we can get Couch here. He will do an assault attempt on Lee, and he's going to activate the only one that he's got under him, who is Hancock. So here is the, let's give him one. So he goes fatigue level 1. Here's the assault attempt, and it does come off. Now we'll ask Fightin Joe Hooker if we could have a grand assault. So here's the grand assault attempt. No, no, sir, not at all. So we have, just see, a +1 for the assault. Tactical is even, I presume, yes. And there's no artillery in the woods. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes covered, so I do not have a flank. And I've got ratio covered. So I just see a +1 for the assault. Is that what you see?
Yes, just the type. Yep.
Okay, so here's +1 attack. 6, 7.
Wow. It's rolling high today for attacks.
Ooh.
So +4 result.
We got him. We routed him away. Be gone, Lee. Move your tent.
That's a 10, so I lose another manpower.
So 4 on 11 is... And so... Yep.
Year to year.
All right, so we get a little F. So we go...
He's increased demoralization. He's going to pick up a fatigue. And so you attacked from there. So I'm going to go 1 away, 2 further away, 3 further away, 4 further away. And I have 2 more?
Yep.
So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. I can go 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm not any closer. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay.
And let's see, where is Longstreet? Longstreet's not present in this scenario.
He's down in.
Right.
He's not for his whole campaign.
Right.
He's down in the.
Okay.
He's down around Norfolk, Virginia.
That's right. So I don't have to worry about him. Do I want the hex? So I will not take the hex. All right. So action 5. All right. Here's the next roll. And it's mine once again. Okay.
Even with the +1.
Yeah. Okay. Slocum will take Williams to 2. And he will make an assault attempt on the 23rd Georgia. So here's the assault attempt. And it comes off because he's a 5. So we have a +1 for assault. We have +2 for tactical. And we have a ratio of 14 to 2, so that's 7 to 1, so +6 for ratio.
That was that 23rd Georgia move. It's just incredibly stupid.
And artillery is not a factor, and there's no flank, so I see 9 up and nothing down.
Yes.
Okay.
So not to play this scenario.
The chuckle means it's working. All right, here's the attack. +9. Oh, come on. Oh,
good enough.
Hey, and
yeah,
so there's no Confederate leader there, so you don't have to worry about Confederate leader death. But +9 results on 2 is 2 DR.
He's dead. Yep. Like I said, this is how not to play this at home, ladies and gentlemen.
Tied us back up, and it's just an A for me. I will not take the hex. And now we go action 6. This is the last of the +1s. The sun's getting low, big guy. Here we go. Here's the initiative. Still 5-3. Okay.
Golly. This happens when you just assume you're going to get the next initiative. And
okay.
I figured with winning ties and the +1, I figured, oh well.
Now I will have Meade. He will activate Griffin. And they will make an assault attempt on the 3rd Virginia. What would you like to do?
It means a 6. So it's a pretty good chance there. 15-1 seems like he's going to retreat.
Okay.
He's going to pick up a fatigue. Here's just no effect on your roll at all, so it doesn't really matter. It's a 6. Just checking to see if he would. And he's got to go further away by road, further away by road. 1, 2, 3, 4. Banks Ford. I guess he'll land in Salem's Church.
Okay. And here's Meade's assault attempt. It comes off, so yeah, we'll advance into that hex. Initiative. This is now regular initiative. If we get ties, then the sun will go down. So here we go. That's yours.
Well, this has just been as poorly played as I could have poorly played it, hasn't it been? So you've got 15-4, +1, +2. That's a pretty good attack. You could get off there. Trenching would be good here.
King of Spades has left them all back in Richmond.
Yeah, I think I need to move Perry. Here's his movement. See his 4 movement. If I go there, he's going to stop there. So I'm not going to get this next initiative.
All right, the sun has dropped.
Yeah, so now it's
nighttime. Okay, but that is your initiative.
I'm going to activate Colston for movement with Jackson. Here's his movement. 7 movement points. Jackson's going to transfer to him. Here's his extend march straight up. He's okay. Oh, I don't think there's any point trying to be particularly clever. I'm just going to move these guys right to their initiative. I'm guaranteed to get my core assault off, so I'm going to take, unless he gets a 6, so take both of these guys to fatigue. Oh, he only goes to fatigue 3.
Why would you say that out
loud? They're going to attack Slocum, I don't know. And they're going to make an assault attempt on Slocum's hex. It's a 4, so they both come in. Okay. So the type is a +1. Tactical is a +1. Jackson bonus is a +1. The ratio is 30-14. Wow, that's a lot of manpower to get a ratio of +1. You're in the woods. There's no artillery. For hexes, covered hexes, I see I have all 6 hexes covered.
You do.
And 2 are going to come off for a final flank of a +2.
+2.
It's nighttime for a -1, and there's no other terrain. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -1 for a final of a +5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -1.
Yes. Okay.
+5. Here we go. Wow, there we go.
All right, here's defense. Come on, Slocum. Hey, all right.
Oh! So I'm going to take some manpower hits on this, incredibly enough.
5, and I have 14. Is that right? I have 14. 5 on 14. So 3 DR for me. And you just suffer 1.
1. No, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Okay, and luckily I got a pathway. So, all right. So 1, 2, and 3. I'm up to 7, and you. So still net 2 in your favor. So 1, 2, 3. Demoralized. 1, 2. All right. So the pathway is he must go farther away, but he's into a friendly here. And then he cannot go into the Zoc here, so away. And he can go farther away by road. He has to go across, so there you go. Okay. See, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, there you go. Slocum is routed away. Would you like the hex, sir?
Yeah, we'll take the hex. Get close to Chancellorsville there. Okay, initiative. That's still mine. Would have loved to have these initiatives when it was not nighttime. So the -6 does not say undemoralized. So I assume Anderson, if he's in Salem Church, would still count.
I would assume so, yeah.
Like defense value of 12 or more. So his defense value would only be 6. I would need another 6 manpower there. Not 4. Perry's not going to do it for me. Going to pass for the moment while I try to figure out what to do.
I think it's in my best interest to pass as well. Force the day. Faster.
I've got you at 13 points right now. No,
Let's see.
yeah, 13 points.
I started with what? Yeah, so we got quick accounting here. We got 5, and then I've got 4.
Oh, actually, you have 4.
4
Okay,
complete
yeah.
quarters
So you got the
is 8, right?
yeah.
So that's 13, and then you're up by 2, so that comes down to 11.
11. I didn't do the manpower. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I will pass as well. We'll let the day go away. So I'm gonna hit the recover button. All right, let's do that. Wow, that was fast. Super fast. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Jackson flips. Go ahead and flip him over to the sub. Sure. Wow, Stewart's a 4 as well? Man,
Yeah.
that's no. I'm sorry. Feathery plumage in your hat does not make you a 4 as an infantry leader. You're a horseman. All right, whatever. That's fine. Okay, no, no special rules. No special rules to lead off turn 2. So I will start with leader transfers. Let's see. Um, I'm actually going to do. I'm going to move Reynolds down to Wadsworth. Yeah, do that. And Sickles is good there. Yeah, I'll bring Slocum down, and he's going to join just so I have another option in Chancellorsville here. So he's going to attach to Geary. And I think Meade is good. Howard's good. So that's it for me.
I bet you forgot about your Cav guys way back there.
I did, but you know what? They needed to rest. They've been tangling at Kelly's Ford.
Okay. I'll bring Lee up to Thomas. So you've got guys who have gone to breastworks. Wow, look at that. They're dug in at Chancellorsville, aren't they? And Stewart will stay where he is with those guys.
Okay. Well, why don't you give us the first initiative?
It's yours.
All right. I will have Meade activate Griffin, Humphreys, and Sykes. The goggle-eyed snapping turtle will force them to march. Here's their movement +1. 4. He will stay where he is. And they'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. They have nothing left, but the 3rd Virginia certainly has the option.
They'll stand for the moment.
Okay. Sykes will go here. And Humphreys will go here. Initiative. That's mine again. Okay, well, Griffin will march. He will activate the march under Meade. Here is movement +1. 7. What would 3rd Virginia like to do?
It's 1 to 15, so that's pretty good odds, I'd say. Plus
Yeah.
14. he'll cav retreat out of there, so he picks up a fatigue. Probably just trying to avoid a 1 at this point. He does. He's gonna flip. He's going to go further away. One. Guess it doesn't really matter. 2, 3, 4.
Okay. And you are a 1, so that's a -2 to your
Yeah,
roll.
no effect.
Oh, no
Yeah, no
effect.
effect
Okay.
on you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with 7, I should be aggressive here. But I will I will just go there and park. Initiative. That's mine
Ooh,
again.
I've got to change my name at Vassal. I got to change it to something else.
uh, all right. I will have Williams march. Here's his movement. 2. Here's extended march +1. He's going to lose a manpower. But that's okay. He's going to cross Scottsdam Ford. Initiative. Still mine. Now, I will have Reynolds activate Robinson to move for +1. 4. He will go. He will not transfer to him. He will go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there.
I think you're allowed to go into those hexes. I just don't think you can cross the ford.
Right. It's actually a little more efficient to go up this way instead of
Okay.
going this way, then that way, then that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh, all right. Initiative. Whew, okay. He will activate Double Day. And here's movement +1. There you go. All right. So he will also not transfer. We'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there.
He actually has 7 movement points.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to get him in the way.
Oh, okay.
Uh, Initiative.
Oh, good grief.
All right. Wadsford will march with Reynolds. Here's movement +1. 5. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to there. Initiative. There you go.
Well, sir, so you've got your path to Salem Church. So that's 6. I've got, as they say, work to do. So, wow. This comes a trade-off, right? You got to trade things off. I don't have a leader for these. I think I got to do it this way. Stewart's going to activate Thomas, Colston, and Hill for movement. So there's movement +2. 8. Okay. Can't complain about movement when I get it. Stewart's going to transfer to Thomas. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there. Colston needs an extend march. He's going to go next. He's okay. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there. Hill's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
I'll have Humphrey's march. Here's movement straight up. 6. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and stops there. Initiative. Mine. Have Slocum activate Geary and Williams. So Williams is going to go to 3. Um, come out of entrenchments. Here's movement +1. Whew. Wow. Okay, so Williams will go first. His extend march is +2. He's okay. He's just going to go to there. And then Geary and Slocum are going to go 1, 2 to there. Initiative. Line. I'll have Geary go to 2 with Slocum. Here's movement. Boo! They will simply go there. Initiative. Okay. I will have Couch activate French. He will come out of entrenchments. Here's movement. 5. He's going to go... he will not transfer 2. He'll go 1, 2, 3 to there. What would F. Lee like to do? He's got 2 left.
I'll stand.
I think we'll stop there. Initiative. Still mine.
Good grief. I had 1 initiative, I think, this day.
Yeah. Devin will march. You come out of entrenchments. Here's movement. Oh, come on, Devin. All right. He's got to go 1, 2, and 3 to there. Initiative. Still mine. French will march. Here's movement straight up. 1, 2, yeah, straight up. 6. What would F. Lee like to do now?
He'll still stand.
Really? Okay. Man, as tempting as that is, he's got a better job to do there. Initiative. That's yours.
Oh, wow. I fell asleep over here. What to do? Okay, I'm going to have Stuart's going to activate Hill for movement. 7 movement points. Here's his extend. Stuart will not transfer to him. He's okay. He's just going to go right there. Initiative. Yours, yeah, exactly. I'm not going to get 2 initiatives in a row. It's just not going to happen.
Going to activate Steinwehr and Schurz. And here's their movement +1. 4. And they do not need an extended march. So we're going to have Steinwehr and Howard go 1, 2, 3. And Schurz will go 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative. That's mine. Now we'll take the first corps. Here's movement +1. 3. Double Day will go 1, 2, and 3. Robinson 1, 2. And these guys 1, 2, and 3. Initiative. That's yours.
Well, I'd love to try to set up a flank down there against Meade, but I just don't have the time. I'm going to activate Colston for movement with Jackson.
You mean?
Oh, sorry, Stewart.
Yes.
Here's his movement roll. Not what I was looking for. He has 3 movement points. Crap. Going in the crapper. Okay. Stewart and Lee will transfer to him. Here's his extend march +1.
Mm-hmm.
Well. That is just annoying all the hell. That's what that is. They're going to do that. Initiative. Yours again. Can't get anything done.
I guess it's time then to march the first corps again. So here they are going to 3. Here's movement plus 1, 5. Doubleday will go first. Here's extended march plus 1. It's okay. They'll go 1, 2, 3 to there. Robinson's next. Extend. Oh, he flips. He will go 1, 2, 3. We'll stop there. And Wadsworth extend plus 1. Oh, boo! You're not that tired. Come on. And they will go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Okay. Initiative. Mine.
You've fallen into my trap of having to just march your guys.
That's right. Fatigue is my greatest weapon. I'm going to have Reynolds activate Wadsworth and Doubleday to 4. Here is their movement. It's 4. Okay, well, that's not quite what I wanted. Wadsworth now is a plus 2 on extend march. Reynolds will stay where he is. And they're going to lose a manpower. So they will go simply to there. And then Doubleday has a plus 2 extend. He will flip. March in place. That's fine. Initiative. Okay. Now.
What have I had? 3 initiatives this turn?
I think so. I'm going to have Couch activate Hancock. And they're going to march. They get 5. And I think they, along with Joe Hooker, will join Sykes there. Initiative. That's yours.
And you now have 6 corps south of the river, so you have 21 points. Wait, F. Lee. Man. 6. He's going to go 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Initiative. Eh.
All right.
Give me something.
That's right. All right, Devin, you've got a new job. All right, here's movement for Devin. 9. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there. Initiative. Yours.
Well, I'm back to this really being the only thing I could try to do, I guess. I'll take Thomas to fatigue 2 with Stewart. I'll roll for movement just to see what he gets. Yeah, okay. That's just, I'm just going to transfer Lee and Stewart back to them. Initiative. Oh well.
March Sykes. Here's movement. Straight up. 5. Let's see. There's 16 in there, so really he can just do that. Initiative. That's yours.
I was trying to avoid doing this because I don't think this is going to be a good thing. But we're going to attempt an assault on Meade with Stewart, Hill, and Thomas both. I got to bring them both in because I got to cover that artillery because that's a -2. And the fact that I took these guys to fatigue 3 and 2 is going to be bad because then they'll probably not. They have to be at fat 3 or less. So this is probably not the best solution, but it's the only one I have at the moment. So here's their attempt. It's a 5. Stewart's a 7. So they both come in.
Beautiful plumage.
So the type's a +1. Tactical is a +1. I now have 6 pieces of artillery or 3. So artillery is covered. Ratio is 24 to 15. So that's covered. There's no flank. There's no terrain. So I just see a final of a +2.
+2.
Here we go. 5.
And defense.
Yeah. That's -1.
-1 for 24. 2D.
2D.
Just big F.
So I'll take them off of both of those guys. 1, 2. And they go to disorganize. And Thomas loses 2. He just goes to disorganize because he goes to Teak 4. Did I get him to Teak 4? Yeah. So I have myself at 7 manpower losses, and you with 7. Is that right? I may have lost track here.
Yeah, we are tied at 7. That's right.
Okay, I thought I lost track somewhere along the line. Okay, initiative. That's yours.
I will pass.
Well, telling me there's a chance. The answer is probably not. I've got you right now. You have 5 points for Chancellorsville Division. I have the path from Salem Ford for 5. I'm sorry, for 6. So now you're at 11. You have 6 corps across the river, so that's an additional 12. And we're tied at casualties, so I have you at 23 points.
23 points, yep.
Anything I do just is subtracting. Try to add. I realize there's some things I can do to take like some points away, but you're just going to be able to clap right back, I think, in general. So I'm prepared to pass and call this a Union substantive victory.
All right then.
Unless you see something that you think we should play out, just
Clearly, would be in the same boat at some point and we can now pivot over into our discussion of this particular play, and then, of course, next time after we've swapped sides, then we will talk about the scenario as a whole and our thoughts on everything about it. But on this one today, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start. I just don't know why I can't do math. 10 divided by 2 is 5 to 1. I don't know why I had in my head that was going to cover a flank, which it didn't. That would have, not only did it set that regiment up to be destroyed, I think at the time, somewhere along the line today, I think right after, during our break, I looked, I think that cost me 4 points in manpower, plus obviously, the loss of the unit, fatigue and disorganization I shouldn't have taken with roads. That was exactly what you want with that flank march. You want to roll an 8 on that turn 3, which I got.
Absolutely, right.
Now that's exactly that, and I completely foobarred that up. So I think that was the turning point there. I can complain about the string of initiatives you got, but that was the Vassal, smacking me for making a really stupid move, and then
it gave it to
live with it for the rest of the game.
it gave it to you in the hope that, yay, Jackson comes up here, and then the actual flank attack on Devens was like, we put down our victuals and we said, oh, Springfield rifles, here we go, boom, and we fended them off. So it gave it, and it took it away by giving me a really decent roll. And again, for everybody that has pointed that out from the last play and this carrying into this play, eventually my luck will run out, and that's what it is. I've had like 3 great repulses today where I had a 6 on defense, so I am not putting it to anything more than Napoleon saying, "Send me lucky generals." I was just in the right place at the right time, and you were compelled to make some of those attacks, and I was like, okay, let's see what happens, and I rolled the 6. I think for this one, I was surprised that you. I knew you were going to set up something here. Obviously, you didn't have the time. You even said it out loud about building a big flank. I was worried that I'd put meat in there too early without enough support. And then I thought you were going to just kind of play the shell game here where you just get in there and you block somebody. You know, you just put a body in there. But obviously, you were worried that I might come and try to do some manpower loss attack on that. But this one, yeah, this whole little game of building the road network to Salem Church is tricky because it's really a double-edged sword because it's +6 if you can at the best situation, and then -6 if it doesn't work out. So that's really hard. That's like as I always turn back to Combat Commander, that's a zero-sum thing. So you have to do a lot of work to make it go in your favor, but at the same time, you got to do a lot of work to make it not count against you as the Union. I was worried about that, but once I got Humphreys up there, I knew you were. And again, you pointed that out. I like how we verbalize these things, when and you're like, well, if I attack into there, I'm probably going to be at fatigue level 4. And I go, I know. So I'm sitting there going, do it, do it. Um, so yeah, I like that there are some elements of this that it's like, yes, you have to do that, but with this stipulation. And I think once the pressure came off of the Great Flank March, I was able to have a little more freedom to shuttle people back and forth. I didn't really want to take on McLaws in the first day, and once he dug in, I really didn't want to take on that 26. So I said, I'm content for 5 points, and then I will try to get Doubleday over there and try to get up to 12 points, and then just keep the manpower losses manageable. And once I was up by 2, I was like, okay, that's manageable, and then you were compelled to make attacks, and that brought it back into parity. So once that happened, I felt pretty good about this one. And then you got sneaky up here with F. Lee, and I went, oh, F. Lee's trying to cut off my U.S. Ford.
Yeah, that was, I just hoped to get better movement and a couple initiatives in a row, and that didn't happen. And I was hoping, I was looking for a possibility of, I just was looking at the CRT table, and I didn't want to attack into meet with the -2 artillery. And so I made the decision to pivot back, and I was hoping thought I could get a good attack off on. Well, I was hoping Colson would move better, and he didn't. He didn't get the movement I wanted to get the type attack. So then I had to, and this goes into, as Joe Balakowski says, the friction of war, changed my mind as to what I was going to try to do. And then, of course, you got the string of initiatives and was able to reinforce both those 2 hexes to the point where, okay, that was, my chances of getting, again, looking at the CRT, I needed to get positive manpower losses, not break even. Breaking even on those 2 hexes didn't gain me anything.
Right.
I could cut you off maybe to lose 6, but I needed something bigger than that. And that was kind of the issue. Once I felt like once the second day and everybody digging in at Chancellorsville, that just that's a tough nut to
without a doubt. Yeah, and I think this title was the first one that really drove the point home for me about how bloody the CRT is, because everything in Stonewall Jackson's way, it's like, yay, we're maneuvering and we're getting into battles, and you're doing battles with 5 and 10 manpower. This is a set piece battle title, right? You are preset at Chancellorsville, and you're throwing 10 to 12,000 men at each other. So this was the first time that I ever looked at that CRT and went, oh, even when you win, you lose. So you have to critically have a need for making an attack, and you have to stack all those modifiers that you can, which is why you have the Great Flank March for Jackson. It just gives them all that stuff, because potentially, even coming in with an 18 manpower corps or division, he's going to lose a bit. So, and if it goes wrong, as it did, it's going to go horribly, horribly wrong. So, yeah, losing 3 and 4 manpower per battle here is that's just par for the course. And that's why I don't like to do it. It's terrible.
Well, we get so used to Thunder on the Mississippi, and I feel like that's kind of how we've been playing these campaigns out. We go from, 5, 6 sized units. If you got a double digit one, it's like, oh, this guy's my heavy hitter, right? And then suddenly we switch back to these, where we've got everybody's in the double digits almost.
Yep.
And you have a small guy sitting out there who's just dog meat. It's like, so you got to protect him, which I didn't do. You just really got to change your tactics about this. And in a 2-turn scenario, Rhodes basically was dead after, I couldn't really do anything. He was too far away, and and I couldn't really figure out what to do with him other than to leave him there as a potential problem for you.
Well, and
Um,
same. I knowing you as I do, you're like, well, late game Rhodes Rally, he's going to come in and save the day. So I had to park somebody somewhere down here just to be a speed bump because I need to
yeah,
be burning fatigue to do it.
and I kept, there's a head. It's like, okay, I actually had, you kind of had opened up a little bit of a road network at one point, and I was thinking, well, can I sneak him through here?
Right, right.
And then just plug the gap. I mean, the string of, boy, that string of initiatives is just,
I think I
it's
had
like,
6 or 7 in a row. That's probably the
and
longest I've had. Yeah.
then I get one, and then you get another 4 or 5. Then I get one. So anything I tried to do was like running in mud. And when you've really only got 2 objectives, there's not a whole lot of options. I mean, it's really Chancellorsville and Salem Church. That's it.
Yep.
That's
And I,
that,
and I think after I play the Confederates next time, we could speak to the larger strategy. And of course, that's where I invite anyone that's in the room with us right now that wants to talk about it with their own experiences, that where it kind of breaks down, because it is a numbers game. And the wilderness is such a significant influence. It's like all that Los that we just came and dealt with. Well, the wilderness is a problem for movement, and it's a problem because it nullifies all that artillery, and well, yeah, it's more so a problem for the Union because it's like it doesn't
yeah,
exist for you. Yeah,
yeah. And I hate the wilderness. I've never done well.
I have not heard you say that. I don't
Any
know.
scenario, any scenario in this stuff has just been a disaster for me every single time. Even I feel like if I've got a solo thing going on, it's still a disaster. So anyway, good game.
Good
Patrick,
game, thank you.
Completely outplayed me today. I appreciate that.
Well, no, the die roller outplayed
Yeah,
four in my
yeah.
proxy. But I will anybody that's out in the gallery, if you want to speak, Mark or
Yeah, sure.
Chris,
Yeah,
anybody.
yeah. I mean, Roger got behind the 8 ball. He didn't, as he pointed out, he didn't orchestrate his movement with Jackson well, right? I mean, because you got to get the train rolling there, and I think he got almost attacked with as many units as he can with that +1, and I think that really got him behind the 8 ball. And then Patrick, your attack on Anderson was really good because it pushed Lee away from his
Right.
range to do grand assaults. I mean, that was that was a good move. And then I thought, Roger, I think it was over when you passed at the end of turn 1 because all those Union guys entrenched. So it was. I think the game was done then. I think you had a shot. I think to take more around to get him in range, like where McLaws is. He was in range. He could have done then an assault using Lee, to do a grand and stuff. And but yeah, it was. I think it was kind of. But those 2 things to me. Well, and then also the fact that Roger was pointing out those like 3 actions where he gets the +1 on his initiative. I don't think he got any of those initiatives.
No, I got all 3 of them. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, and so the whole night march and surprise thing, I think it didn't go well because of that first movement and then those initiatives not going his way. That I think, that really put him behind the 8 ball, I think. So
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. I screwed up.
No,
I'm
no,
I'm
no.
I'm just going to say 2026 is your year, Patrick.
Well, maybe
This dice roll is on board. Everybody's signed up. You're just going to roll through this entire year crushing Roger just because you're going to get 7 initiatives in a row.
Sure.
Roll 6s on every battle. It's just disheartening for Roger.
I'll send a belated card to Joel Uckelman. Joel, thank you so much for reseeding the die roller with a new random number generator. I appreciate it.
I guess this means Hooker will be commanding the Army of the Potomac for a while longer.
I mean, geez, he shook off that little shell fragment and off he goes. But, well, in the immortal words, it is good that war is so terrible, lest we grow fond of it. Because, well, let's look at it. We both did 7 manpower, so it's 14. So 7,000 men, perished in the wilderness here as fighting over the same 3 or 4 locations that we've done and will do again during the Overland campaign. So, this is like Death Alley right here. But go ahead.
That Well, I was just gonna say, Stewart is a 4.7 as a corps commander. Is
I
really
don't.
generous.
I,
Like that's very, very generous. Like, why would you put him back in charge of the cavalry
right.
and
Exactly.
put Ewell anywhere near a corps command? I mean, if I'm Lee reorganizing my army, I just put Stewart in charge of Longstreet's forces, or sorry, of Stonewall's forces, and
That's right.
continue, man. That's very generous.
Yes, he has not. He has not risen beyond his capabilities. So we will put a pin in it here, and we will come back next week then to swap signs. So come back for the big rematch of Scenario 2. And if you could take a moment to please leave a comment down there, let us know that you watched it and what you think of this one and any thoughts on this. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, why haven't you subscribed? Go ahead and click the subscription button. That way you'll see all of this stuff. And we've got a big back catalog, so we do encourage you to go back and watch anything that you're of a mind to. And if you want to kick something into the bucket, cool, there's a link for it there for buying us a coffee, but please don't feel obligated to do that. We do this for the love of it, and that just helps with the little expenses and the subscriptions that we use. But Roger, next week it's going to be gravy for you. I know it. I feel it. You're going to make the Union shine like I did. But
Okay.
you have a good week, sir.
You too. See you then.